Okay, this is my brother David Fennell. He is a sophomore at U of I, and he likes to play video games. Don't you?
I do.
What is your favorite video game?
Probably Call of Duty 4.
And why do you like it?
Because you can beat the game and it's fun, but then you can play it online with friends after you've beaten it, and you can have more fun.
You have to beat it first before you can
No,
play?
you can play online anytime you want, but it's you can beat the game itself, but that doesn't mean that you're finished with it. You can go and play it online with people all over and always get some kind of fun out of it.
So is it what is the game like? Is it role playing?
No,
or?
it's like a first person shooter, kind of like 007 or
Okay.
something like that.
So those are the types of games you like most?
Yeah, probably.
And do you like games like you said you could play that one on the internet with other people? Do you like those kinds of games?
Yeah.
Generally? Do you ever set up a communication between the other players?
Yeah.
So you can be talking to them while you're playing?
Yeah.
Do you always know who the other players are?
No.
So how do you...
You can set up random matches with just anybody that's playing the game online at that time, or if you have friends that you want to play with specifically, you can set up games with them. Ideally, if you have a bunch of friends online, you'd prefer to play with them, but if you just feel like playing with some random people, you can just start a game up.
Okay. If they aren't at your level or whatever, does that matter?
No, because it's more just I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's not level based, it's kind of skill. So it's how good you are at the game. So you can play against anybody, and you have the same weapons available, and you can do all the same moves, but it's just I might have been playing the game for 2 years, whereas you might have just bought it yesterday.
Okay.
And I can beat you that much faster.
So I see you guys playing these video games a lot whenever we're at home. Do you ever find yourself completely engrossed in a video game where hours go by?
Yeah.
How
Sometimes.
does that keep you what's the motivation to keep playing?
I don't know. I mean, I find those games fun. So when a new one comes out and all my friends are playing it, it's cool to go out and buy it and just play with them. And I mean, most video games have some kind of achievement system built into them, where if you accomplish certain things, you are awarded points or something. So that kind of fuels.
So when you're playing, are you necessarily always trying to beat the game, or are you just trying to
No,
get to the next level, or
you can I have different goals when I'm playing. If I'm just playing by myself, going through the campaign or whatever, my goal will be to beat the game and to unlock whatever stuff there is. But with Call of Duty, after you beat the game, it's cool because you can just go online and play with your friends in Crystal Lake or Champaign, or you can play with some random people in Japan, and it's every time you play the game's different, and it's just it's a system where you could play the game for 10 years and you'll never play the same game twice.
Okay. So kind of switching gears, what would you say, what kind of reading do you like to do in school?
I like to read a lot of the classics. I don't read that much modern stuff. A lot of Shakespeare and Hemingway and
what
stuff.
do you like about those? Or I guess what would you say keeps you motivated?
I don't know.
When you're reading those books.
I think it's cool because it's a book that you can pick up. If you're reading The Old Man and the Sea, or For Whom the Bell Tolls. These are books that millions of people have read, and it's when you read it and you finish it, you can talk about it with people, and somebody might be like, oh yeah, I've read like A Farewell to Arms, it's a great book, and you can have like an interesting discussion, whereas if you go out and buy a brand new book like on the bookshelf at Borders today, chances are like nobody is going to know like about that book. You can only have an interesting conversation with them, so it's kind of appealing to be able to like I guess it like it well rounds you because you gain a sense of what good literature is, and then it also gives you the opportunity to converse with other people that are familiar with that literature and have like an interesting conversation about it.